Last time, on Canada's greatest know-it-all, the competition hit new heights. As the two teams endured
I got all the letters.
a mind-boggling challenge.
R-E-S-E.
Is that a word?
But the screaming had just begun. As Scott took Ben to task
Really?
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 and promptly voted him into elimination.
Everybody made equal mistakes.
I disagree with that entirely.
But he survived again,
Wow.
sent Beth home, and vowed his revenge.
I'm hunting those down. One by one, I'm gonna take them out.
Now, the 6 remaining build a new world
Move the West Coast in a bit.
and try not to get lost in it, in the hope of surviving another day. Know-it-alls love to spout off about their knowledge of our world. I know where that is. I can find that. I can get there faster. But the world's not that simple, is it? It's diverse, vast, complex, and always shifting to thrive and survive. Ironically, just like a know-it-all. Well, hello, know-it-alls. Congratulations, you're over halfway through this competition, and now we're down to only 6. Before I tell you about the next challenge, it's time to mix the teams up again. The 2 competitors tied with the least number of challenge wins are Laura and Ben, so they will choose their teammates. Ben?
I would like Carla.
You'd like Carla?
Yep.
Off you go. Laura, who do you want on your team?
Andrew.
Andrew. Ben.
When it got down to the last 2, there was Scott, Ben, and myself, and a lot of bad blood. A lot of bad blood.
Ben wasn't very happy with me.
Yes! Come here! Carpet on the ceiling again!
Ben, quit arguing with me all the time, dude. And he wasn't very happy with Owen.
Do you really want to be the guy that, like, scapegoated through...
Scapegoated? Whoa. Whoa, dude.
I've been bit pretty hard, and I don't want to get bit again. How do I avoid that? Avoid Scott. Owen.
Owen?
Owen was the pill that was least hard to swallow.
Okay, so the blue team will be Ben, Owen, and Carla versus the orange team, Andrew, Laura, and Scott. Now, as know-it-alls, I know you pride yourselves about knowing the world around you, but do you in fact know the world itself? This is all about our world. In part 1 of this challenge, the know-it-alls have to create a giant map of planet Earth, only from memory. Using just paper, they must replicate the world's land masses in minute detail in just 1 hour. Points for their maps are out of 100. Are you ready for this?
Yep. I was totally psyched about this challenge. You mean we're gonna get to do maps?
I know Andrew's a big history map geek, so I felt really confident going into that challenge with that team.
All right, go. The team's maps are judged for scale, detail, and shape of land masses. Every ocean, continent, and coastline on the planet needs to be accurate to win.
I first drew a map of the world like this when I was maybe 6 years old. I love maps. So I've been doing this kind of thing since I was a little kid. Give me a pencil, I can do it, and then the other people can fill it in.
Andrew and Team Orange are confident in tackling their map in small, detailed pieces, while Team Blue are keeping it general, starting with the big picture and leaving the details to the end.
The edge of Africa is going to be...
A little bit of the west coast of Africa does come across the international state line.
On Team Orange, we have Andrew leading the way.
This is my favorite challenge so far.
He's going into minute detail.
Sardinia, Corsica. Seriously, I have like maps in my brain. This is like what I actually have in my brain.
This is insane. Who would have known that he's a nerdy cartographer?
I play games on maps.
I'm gonna activate Charles, my dragon, and engage these vipers.
I play games on maps for 100 hours at a stretch.
I've made a customized map on the computer myself.
Once a year, I play for about a week straight. We lock ourselves in a room and play 14 hours a day. That's very intense. In the workplace, I track satellites that go around the Earth, so I'm observing the Earth all the time.
Long live Chancellor Gowron and the Klingon Empire. Come on!
Okay, you've had 30 minutes. Team Orange, you basically have half of the world completed with lots and lots of detail. And on Team Blue, they have the entire world mapped out in bulk.
Africa's way too big. Like, Africa can come out here. But look, Africa doesn't go that far. We need to move all of South America, move the West Coast in a bit. We got a problem here. This isn't right at all.
Here you go, Caspian Sea.
Andrew,
Yes.
is that actually an island or is it just a clipping?
Which, this? Oh,
Right there.
that's Kyushu. Kyushu, Shikoku, Honshu, Hokkaido. Okinawa, Ryukyus.
Okinawa.
Big World War II battle. That's where karate was invented.
Both teams are crazily busy right now. Team Orange is on all cylinders. 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, now it really isn't a long time. What the heck happened to Formosa?
Where are the Great Lakes? We gotta get those. Wait, does this belong here, yes or no?
Ben is asking Carla if a scrap piece of paper is actually a continent or an island.
Huh?
This belong here, yes or no?
No.
That's not encouraging.
What's this supposed to be?
Iceland. Where'd Greenland go?
It's gone.
Where's the Galapagos?
Where's the pencil?
Where's tape?
Tape, 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 tape. Ooh, there's tape right there. Oh, Cuba. Oh, shoot. Wrong side of the equator.
All right, 30 seconds left.
What's going on here, Andrew?
Add that.
15 seconds.
Okay, just go around picking up the bits.
That's what I'm doing.
Hey, clean up the junk.
I think I've got most of it already.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off your world. In a challenge to create the entire world in 1 hour,
Where's the Galapagos?
the two teams of know-it-alls cut and pasted in a flurry.
Where's the pencil?
Where's tape?
Tape, 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 tape.
Now, it's time to see who knows their world and who doesn't.
Where'd Greenland go?
Oh, shoot. Wrong side of the equator.
And now our tough, expert cartographer is here to judge their work. Okay, Paul, this is Team Blues. Step us through this map.
Well, we can start right where we're standing here in Africa. A little bit low when you come down to the equator. It should be a little bit higher, the curve. We see a little bit of detail once we get into Saudi Arabia area, and all of a sudden we're into wasteland in Mongolia and China. So we didn't spend much time at all. A lot of detail lost. North Korea apparently doesn't exist in there. Australia, that's an interesting design.
It is. It looks like a boogie board.
We've lost a little bit of the nice inlet at the top, and we lost Tasmania at the bottom.
Now, the islands that I'm from, originally,
yeah.
England, Scotland, completely left out Ireland and Northern Ireland, and Wales.
And Iceland is a very, very tiny island compared to Greenland, but Iceland deserves much more size than that. As far as Greenland, it's more of a inverted triangle shape than a oblong. They've attempted Florida, but there's no Caribbean, no islands in there at all. South America, in this section, there are thousands of islands up and through there. Patagonia area, thousands of islands, but they're not represented at all. They've made an attempt, but leaves a lot to be desired, unfortunately.
That's it, fair enough. Ooh, you're tough. This is Team Orange. Overall, what's your impression?
Quite impressive.
What do you see?
Attention to detail.
Andrew was racing around with a pen, sketching out all of the islands and the continents, etc.
Yeah, he did a very good job. He attempted to do the Caribbean. Okay, Cuba, the Caribbean, which is very important. When you're talking about Greenland, he has the sort of a triangular feel to it, which is good for this projection. He attempted the Antarctic Peninsula. We have that little bowl jig in the top of Australia. They've made the 2 islands of New Zealand, which is really good.
North and south.
Yes, Indonesia is done quite well. Tasmania, made the attempt at Tasmania. It's quite a bit offshore compared to Australia, but the attempt is there.
All right, cool. Thanks very much. We had our cartographer go over your respective maps. Marks were given out of 100 points per team, and Paul is tough. A perfect score for him is basically a satellite image of the planet Earth. Team Blue, out of 100 points, 40%.
I'm pretty disappointed. It's very, very plain who contributed the least. Ben was just taping things and trying to cut things, and there was nothing constructive added. I mean, nothing.
Team Orange, you fared better. Your score, 68%. Not bad at all. All right, second part of the challenge, the world is flat. On the hanging board are 18 questions about our world. In alternating turns, each team challenges the other to answer a question for 5 points. Plus, if they can pinpoint their correct answer on our giant hanging map with a laser, they get another 5. Points are added to totals from round 1. The first team to 100 wins. So, Team Blue, there's a chance you can catch up and, in fact, win if you smoke this round. Got it? All right, Team Orange, challenge Team Blue to a category, please.
Weather.
All right, Team Blue, here's your weather question. First part, this is the wettest place on Earth, measured by the most rainfall in a year.
I'm thinking cloud forest and...
All right, you have an answer? Laser it, Carla.
So...
Where are we going?
Right there.
All right, that's where we're going. Borneo.
Borneo?
Yes.
You're wrong. The answer is Mossanram, India. Team Blue, your chance.
Okay, we're gonna pick air travel.
Category number 8, air travel. This 1977 collision between 2 passenger jets with 583 fatalities is the world's deadliest air accident. Where did it occur?
I think it's Canary Islands. 2747s crashed head-on. Canary Islands, right about there.
They ran into each other on the runway in a foggy runway.
Yeah.
15 seconds left.
Yeah, right there. Canary Islands.
Canary Islands, and you're absolutely correct. 10 points.
Sweet. Nice one.
Is it called
Tenerife is the actual
Tenerife.
answer. Yes. Okay, so Team Orange, challenge Team Blue to a category, please.
We're gonna do geology.
Geology. All right. Team Blue, where is Uluru?
All right, so the answer is it's Ayers Rock. It's right in the middle of Australia.
In the middle of Australia?
Yeah.
Central Australia. Absolutely correct. 10 points.
Hey now!
Back in the game.
50. Blue. Okay, Blue.
Meteors number 12, please.
Meteors. On June 30th, 1908, what is regarded the largest meteoric impact?
Tunguska. It's in Siberia. Right around there. It's called the Tunguska event. Knocked down all the trees in something like a 200-kilometer radius.
All right, the Tunguska event is absolutely correct. However, you're way off on where you're pointing your laser. It's on the other side of the lake, so I'm going to give you 5 points. Half correct.
That's okay.
83 points to Orange, 50 points to Team Blue. All right, Orange to Blue. Here we go.
We'd like volcanoes.
Volcanoes. Okay, Team Blue, here it is. Where is the world's largest active volcano?
It's Hawaii.
Do you know which island in Hawaii?
The big
Hawaii.
The big one, Hawaii? And you're right. There you go, 10 points. Catching up, Team Blue. Okay, Team Blue.
Lake's 14.
Lakes. Orange, here you go. This freshwater lake is the world's deepest and largest by volume.
Lake Baikal, Siberia.
10 points. Done, correct. All right, 93 for Orange. Orange, ask Blue a category.
We're gonna go with mountains.
Mountains, here it is, Blue. Where is the tallest mountain in the world?
Seriously?
Over, right?
What are you pointing at, Carla?
I am looking for Everest.
What country is Mount Everest in?
Borders Nepal and Tibet.
Absolutely correct, 10 points.
We'll take cities, please.
Cities. If Team Orange gets 10 points to this, the challenge is over, they win. All right, Team Orange, is your question on cities. What is the world's largest city by population?
Tokyo.
Tokyo, Japan.
Tokyo, Japan. You sure about that?
No?
You're not
think
sure?
so.
No.
This
I
is
think
your
so.
answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. 10 points. You win the entire challenge.
Nice work, guys.
Congratulations, you bunch of nerds.
Geography. Geography is not something I'm good at. I'll admit it.
Ben didn't answer a single question, even wrongly. I mean, he didn't even try.
This was my challenge, 100%. Yeah.
Team Blue, you know what that means. Off you go. See you soon. Hello, know-it-alls.
Morning.
In the last challenge, it was all about the world in 2 dimensions. If you're going to succeed today, you have to find a way to see the forest despite the trees and find your way back home. In the first round of this tough orienteering challenge, both teams must find 4 markers hidden in a giant hilly forest. Their only tool, a topographical map, but no compass. This round is about precision. They win it by finding all 4 markers and returning to base in the shortest distance traveled. Each round is even tougher than the last. The first team to win 2 wins the challenge. Got it? All right, happy trails. Go. To succeed at this challenge, both teams must be able to orient their maps, understand and apply scale, identify landmarks, and translate their maps into the real-life peaks and valleys of the forest.
From here, we've got a gully.
Monitoring and judging the team's performance is the job of our 3 trail masters. Using live GPS, I'll be monitoring each team from home base. So the GPS tracks them and their movements?
Yes.
I've sent both teams off in opposite directions so they can't follow each other. Let's see how they do.
Oh God, one of them's gonna die.
The idea was to optimize your path for distance.
Slide. You got jeans on. Get them dirty. Come on.
Basically, we knew we had to point in a straight line to the next target and then follow that straight line as much as possible.
Woo, this is crazy.
The orange team, they're trying to find the most time-efficient route, which is key here.
Guy was crashing through trees to try to get the most direct route.
Okay, this should be a bend in the river.
Woo!
So far, the team's doing very well. They've identified themselves on the map very clearly.
See the big contour jump there? That could be where we are.
Yep. And they're even taking shortcuts through the forest, avoiding the trail, getting to the checkpoint as fast as possible.
Do we take the trail or do we take the...
Nope, this is straight line. This is where we're going.
Okay.
Both teams seem to be heading in relatively straight lines, and Team Orange is closing in on their first marker.
Oh, wait, it's right there. Yeah, I see it. Come this way.
I gotcha. Andrew, touch this.
Yep.
And they've got it. 1 down, 3 to go for Orange. And now Team Blue is getting closer to their first.
I see the flag right there.
Yeah.
Yay!
Beeline it.
And they've got their first. We have a competition.
So that was about 300 meters. That seems about right.
We got to go that away. Right there, let's go.
Both teams are confident and have hit their stride, but overconfidence can lead a know-it-all down the wrong path.
Yeah, watch your footing, guys.
Okay.
You okay there, Sasquatch?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, let's get to the top here. Take another bearing.
There's a fence up there. Is that on the map? We're way off already.
It doesn't take long to get turned around when you're in the forest.
This is where we are.
So why are we next to the fence and not across it?
They drifted up the proper way, but then they veered off to the left, and their ultimate goal is to get way up here.
So we went like that. That doesn't seem right.
Luckily, they've got a really big feature here, this fence.
We follow the fence line until it branches off. We'll be down here, and then we can hook up with the trail.
Yes, agreed.
Okay?
Okay.
There's a ridge here. We go up the ridge over here.
Right up that way.
I think so.
Right up this way.
Unlike Team Blue, Team Orange is making a beeline for their second marker.
The orange team are quickly grasping the concept of taking the two-dimensional and putting it in the three-dimension of the real world.
Okay, we crossed here. We got to cross back pretty close to where we came up.
Without a compass, this is quite challenging, and these guys are reading the contours and the spurs and the valleys and using them almost like you would a road sign on the street.
There, see it, right here. Okay, what's next?
And they've got it, their second marker of 4. And Team Orange's next one is just 300 meters away.
I see it. It's over there.
Okay.
And they've got it too. Now, just one to go for Team Orange, but Team Blue seems to be on a walkabout.
See the big contour jump there? That could be where we are.
Yep.
So there should be something man-made, like
Right,
straight
there's a
down.
trail over here. There's the other chaps.
Look at them.
Oh my.
You see it?
Go.
Team Blue is so lost that it takes a while to realize they're virtually standing on top of their second marker.
There it is.
Touch. Confirm. Touch. Thing. Okay. Next bearing.
This is that meadow.
Yeah.
We should be slightly to the left, but we're on track.
There's a building over there.
Building that's on the map.
You think this is the meadow?
This is the meadow.
What about that? There's a meadow right here, too.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
That's what I thought.
Team Blue can catch up.
Okay.
Straight up?
But it's going to be an uphill battle. They're looking for their third and have lost the scent again.
That sucks ass.
We should have followed the creek. Sorry, kids.
The team is losing touch with the map constantly. They're not identifying the features. It's getting them off track. They're zigzagging like crazy.
Oh, we're lost.
They're not making great progress, so we'll see if they can get back on track.
We're lost.
How the did we get this far off?
The two teams of know-it-alls are navigating their way through a dense forest without a compass.
You okay there, Sasquatch?
In a challenge to find 4 markers, Team Blue still needs 2 more, but have a new challenge.
We're lost.
That little ridge out there, which is back there, is right where one is.
It's not back there. It's not back there. The little
Okay,
ridge right there is
but
right there.
I'm really good at figuring stuff out. I just am.
With his team in trouble, Owen is trying to take control, but this is a democracy.
I'm talking about where we were, okay?
We're right here.
Yeah.
It's 2 against 1. Let's go.
And Ben's vote puts Team Blue back on the right path.
Okay, guys.
Go back up to the path and out. Good. Thank you.
Owen almost pulled them off track, but luckily the other two were able to convince him otherwise, and they're back on track. I think now they're going to get things a little bit more smoothly.
Right there.
That's it. Let's go get it, guys.
Team Orange has reached their 4th and final marker and now need to get straight back to base.
And then where do we go?
Right back to the houses.
To the houses? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, we know exactly where they are. We just passed them.
Let's just follow this path back. It goes all the way there.
Team Orange, welcome home.
Thank you, Daniel.
Congratulations. How are you?
Hot and sweaty.
Yeah, I see that. The question is, did you do it correctly?
We got them all. We got a little off track on the long leg, but we were really close.
All right, I'm going to check your GPS and see exactly what distance you did. Team Blue is back on track.
I see it.
Awesome. Go.
Woo.
And they've got their 3rd.
Okay, next one.
Map.
Okay.
So they found the 3rd checkpoint. They have 1 more to go.
There it is. I see it.
See in front. Got it. And then we got to get home, remember, people?
Africa.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, and they quickly got their last one, but just how far have they gone? Well, hello, Team Blue.
Howdy.
Daniel.
Glad you made it back. You think you did it correctly?
We know where
Not
we went
entirely,
off. We
yeah.
weren't like...
Did you get lost?
No, we knew where we were. Or I mean, within a pretty short range.
I'm going to see how far you actually traveled and tabulate it, okay?
All right.
Round one, let's recap. Team Orange, here's what happened. Your total distance was over 1,200 meters, almost 400 meters further than the ideal path. Not bad. Blue team. Your distance, almost 1,600 meters, more than 700 meters over. Orange team wins the first leg of the challenge. So, Team Blue, you must win the next round to stay alive and send it to a third. Here's round two. The two teams need to collect 10 flags spread throughout the forest. It's still about precision, but this time it's also about speed. The first team to race back to base with all 10 flags wins this round. Clear?
Clear.
Go!
Whoa.
Come on, guys. 10 meters.
Both teams have taken off in opposite directions in the hunt for their first flags.
We're gonna go down across here, pick up this pathway.
We switched up gears for round two. We decided to follow the trails for the most part.
We actually wanted to use the paths because we could move more quickly over the paths.
Go left, Laura.
Left, veer left. Frankly, we wanted to crush them. We didn't want to win. We wanted to destroy them.
So even though the well-worn trails are not the most direct route, Team Orange is betting that they're faster.
It's right there.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, we're next.
Team Blue is doing just the opposite, running in straight lines to the flags, but on a much tougher terrain. Shorter, but much harder physically.
Our idea was just to be as straight to the line as possible, regardless of where the path went. Because none of us were afraid of getting dirty, so we just decided to go for it.
Bush crashing is tough work, but they've got their first flag.
Found it.
Found it.
Woohoo.
Okay.
New flag number 4. Sweet.
Okay. Go that way. Okay. The challenge to me was just keeping up with Andrew.
Come on, guys.
Slow down, Junior. You know, Andrew was throwing himself down the hill.
Come on, guys.
Hold up, Andrew. Don't get too far ahead.
Don't get hurt. He really wanted to run the whole damn thing.
Come on, Laura. Come on, Scott. Flat country. Up, up, up.
It was almost like his pants were on fire.
Come on, Laura.
I had never seen Andrew run around like a chicken with his head cut off.
You guys, let's not burn ourselves out.
His enthusiasm and his drive is what sped us up.
You got it?
Team Orange has 4 flags, but Team Blue is keeping up. They also have their first 4.
Found it.
And pull ahead for the first time.
Woo!
But their quick start is slowing to a crawl, and it's starting to all feel uphill.
Hold on, guys.
The terrain they're covering is very steep. It's tiring them out.
Here's path.
And what they just did was pretty crazy, so we'll see how they keep going.
If we jog now, we're gonna burn out. I'd say brisk walk is the best.
The time may have been affected because Ben and I are so horrifically out of shape.
You know what, Carla?
What?
If we keep jogging, I'm gonna collapse.
But it's not like we were stopping for rests.
What am I doing?
The whole physical element irritated me.
Remember, I can't run.
I can't not run. It's killing me.
It'll kill me if you do run.
You guys suck.
If she hadn't gone running up the hills, dragging a couple of fat boys behind her, it really would have been worse than it was.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yes, let's go. Like I said, I'll tell you when I have to stop. I'm very well in tune with my body.
If their plan doesn't shape up, this challenge may be over very quickly.
You okay, dude?
Yeah, let's just go.
In round number 2 of a grueling orienteering challenge, both teams are racing to find 10 flags hidden deep in the forest. Already down 1 round, Team Blues jumped out to a narrow lead in the second.
Okay.
New flag number 4. Sweet.
But their bush crashing strategy is leaving them gasping for air and struggling to stay alive.
You okay, dude?
Team Orange is on the run and quickly take the lead back, grabbing 3 more flags.
Okay, up.
They only have 3 to go to win.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Team Blue has gotten a second wind, but now have a bigger problem.
I'm very, very confused about what the team is doing right now. They're making decisions that don't make any sense. Right now, they're lost.
We're right here, right? So 1 should actually be straight up there.
Oh, God. That's interesting.
Oh, look at this, number 9.
Oh, we just went in a circle.
Yeah, sorry.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's there or there?
Have you dealt with know-it-alls before?
No, I have not.
Yeah, each know-it-all thinks that they know everything.
Yeah.
So when you put them in a team, you just watch them debate.
There's something.
I'm telling you guys, it's off to the right.
But when a know-it-all is in survival mode, sometimes they dig deep and come up with a golden plan.
If you take a look at any watch, what you do is you put the hour hand pointing the same direction as your shadow, like this. The exact bisecting angle between 12 and the hour hand will give you north.
I've done stuff like this before in the infantry, but you know, you almost always have a compass on you. So it's something I haven't practiced, but I'm aware of how to do it.
The sun is going this way, and it is north.
Ben did an amazing thing identifying which way was north with his watch. That was very impressive that he was able to pull that off, and they're back on track. I think now they're going to get things a little bit more smoothly.
We meant to do that.
Yeah.
With Team Blue's new sense of direction and wind in their sails,
Hot damn, you go, Carla.
they're off and running for their remaining flags. But Team Orange has gotten 2 more and are off to their final one.
Watch out for the beaver home.
Go, go. Now we're heading back.
Heading back.
All they have to do is find their way back to home base to win. But Team Blue has other ideas. They're now flying through the forest.
Number 1, okay. It's 7.
Yes.
See it? There it is.
Awesome.
Damn.
Woohoo!
Okay,
And Team Blue has them all.
turn around. Let's get back down.
It's now a race home. All right, Team Orange, Team Blue, how do you think you did?
Well,
We did really good, I thought.
You
Yeah.
did really good? Bob, you were out with the blue team. What did you see out there?
They seemed to lose touch with where they were on the map, and they would veer off in funny directions.
oh, we're lost.
How the did we get this far off?
I actually thought Carla maybe was the best map reader. The map moved around on their team a lot, which is not a good strategy when you're passing the map. You kind of have to designate someone to be kind of the lead navigator and then use the other people for help.
Ben.
Ben was very good at skill for figuring out which way north was. You know, they would ask him and he would look at his watch and figure it out, and he was spot on every time he said which way north was, so that was impressive.
Owen, what did you see in him?
Perhaps there wasn't as much knowledge beforehand about reading contour lines and, you know, understanding how that works.
Chris, you were the guide with Team Orange. Tell me about how they went about business today.
I have to say that all 3 of them really worked well as a group. They were able to take the 2D map and turn it into the 3D world beautifully. I was very impressed for a bunch of beginners.
All right, Team Blue, your time was 50 minutes and 5 seconds. Orange team, 23 minutes and 50 seconds. They were here almost half an hour ago. How would you explain being almost half an hour longer than the Orange team?
Can't.
That doesn't scan to me.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Well, it's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, clearly, Orange, you are the winners of this challenge. Well done.
Very good.
Trail Masters, thank you very much. I've got some business to deal with Team Blue.
Great, thanks a lot, Daniel.
Thanks.
Take
very
care.
much.
Daniel.
All right,
Take
cheers.
care.
Team Blue, you lost both team challenges this week. You know what that means. I'm gonna need 2 names for the elimination zone.
Well, it was Ben just because of the amount of contribution. He contributed the least in the map challenge.
Wait, does this belong here, yes or no?
No.
Geography is not something I'm good at. I'll admit it.
The fact Ben's been in elimination.
Ben versus Bill. Ben versus Doug. Ben versus Beth.
It should tell him something that I'm not sure he's hearing yet.
I feel like a marked man. I really do.
I'm sorry, dude. Me too.
Got another one to go.
Second name now, please. I need a name.
Ben has to pick, because I pick you, you pick me. It's Ben's choice. That's all there is to it, right?
Fair enough.
Our vote's canceled.
That's a good point. I go
Ben,
for
who do you want to go up against?
B1.
Owen, why?
Because I felt like I was tossed under the bus.
I'm gonna put you up.
Scott and I, we're in cahoots. Everybody knows it.
Why are you guys afraid to play the game?
What do you mean play the game? This is playing
So, Carla, you're off the hook.
Okay?
What's going on?
It seems like a basis on which to make this decision.
Like it or not, maybe that makes me shallow, but so be it.
Owen, thoughts?
This was going to happen sooner or later anyway.
All right, that's it. Blue, we have two names, Ben and Owen. You will be going in the know-it-all elimination zone the next time I see you. Go get some rest. All right, know-it-alls, welcome back to the hangar. Ben, fourth time here. One of you will be going back to Alberta today.
I think that today's elimination is going to probably be the toughest yet, but I'm not ready to leave.
Who's the smartest one here? Let's see. Don't you want to see? I want to know.
All right, here we are. Owen versus Ben. Today's elimination challenge is nothing you've ever seen before because we invented it just for you.
Awesome.
The game's name, Invasion. And here's how you play it.
The goal of this giant game is to invade the enemy's territory. Each player starts with 10 discs. Each turn, players move a disc 1 square, but they cannot move backwards while in their own territory. To enter enemy territory, players must first create an opening in the giant wall down the middle of the battlefield. A player can choose to remove a block or move a disc. They turn their enemy's discs into their own by jumping them. The first player to have 10 discs of their color in enemy territory with 1 in the back row wins.
One game, one battle, wins all. All right. Ben, your first move. Ben's made his first move. Owen. All right, Owen's made his first move.
While a player is making a move, their opponent must have their back turned, and they can only physically walk forward on the board as far as their furthest disc. So, until there's a hole in the wall, both players have the advantage of secrecy.
Ben.
The first thing Ben did that was really, really intelligent was he sent up a scout.
Ben's doing a little reconnaissance now.
So he was able to see exactly what Owen was doing.
Owen's just had a look at Ben's moves. You had a confused look on your face when you had a look at it.
He's got some weird elaborate strategy. He's lined up in some weird phalanx that's super easy to get around.
Over the first 20 moves, each player's strategies emerge. Owen moves 2 groups of discs up toward the wall, while Ben is preparing to flank him from the outside borders.
The question I have is who is going to remove the first brick in the wall?
I like the way of doing battle where you let the other guy take the first poke.
Ben, off you go.
You got to open it up at some point. I'd rather be the one to make that choice and put the hole where I wanted it to be.
This brick.
Owen! There is a hole. Question is, who is going to go through it?
Ben has crossed into enemy territory and has jumped one of Owen's discs.
Ben 11, Owen 9.
He can do a double jump. It's so obvious.
10 seconds.
If he'd been paying attention, Ben could have jumped this disc and this disc, but he missed it.
He didn't take the double jump.
There was a double jump?
Owen, you're on. Ben, off you go. I think he's going to get one.
I walked back, and I heard Owen turn around, go up to the pieces, and go.
Owen, your turn.
At that point, I was just like, yeah, I got under his skin.
Ben has got one of his men in Owen's back row. He has staked his territory.
At that point, there was something inside of me going, you got this.
It was only one piece, but psychologically, it was like, uh-oh.
Owen is looking a little nervous. Ben, attack! Okay, Owen.
Oh, okay, I got this now.
Yeah, he's got it.
Owen's jumping one and another.
Nice.
And he's gotten two back just like that. Very pleased with himself.
I heard this. At that point, I'm just like, oh. How did I go from 2 orange to 2 blues?
He wasn't expecting that.
No. Damn.
Oh, he's getting flustered.
Ben started making a series of critical errors.
Why would you do that? He just set himself up to get jumped twice.
Ben's opened the door for a double jump by Owen, here and here.
Owen, your move.
If he sees it.
Look. Okay, on to Ben.
If he doesn't move that one to defend himself, he deserves this.
Just block, please.
We were flabbergasted. We couldn't understand what the heck Ben was doing.
This is crazy.
I know.
This is crazy.
Owen, your move. And there he goes. He's got one. He's got another. 13-7, Owen. Ben.
From that point forward, Ben was just trying to protect himself.
Owen's on the march. He now has 10 discs in Ben's territory. All he needs to do is put one man in the back row.
I was thinking, is there any move I could make? But, you know, I played through as many moves as I could. I couldn't see there being any more. Third.
You're a good man, man.
There you go. Cheers, man.
Good game, both of you. Ben, you were in the elimination zone 4 times. For you, clearly the 4th time was not lucky.
No.
You are not Canada's greatest know-it-all. Have a safe trip home.
I will.
Be care.
In any group of people, there are always predators and prey.
At the very beginning, never really stood up for myself. I was allowing people to bully me.
And natural selection only allows for the strongest to survive.
I learned it comes down to standing up to somebody you think is not treating you right and telling them.
A valuable lesson, but for this know-it-all, it's too late.
I feel empowered.
Next time on Canada's greatest know-it-all, For the 5 remaining competitors, fear is definitely a factor. As they blast away at the competition,
That was awesome.
to survive another day.
Fire!
In the hunt to be
Whoa!
Canada's greatest know-it-all.
It's firefighters versus go-karters in a series of challenges that lead to the wrecking yard on an all-new Driving Wars. Next, there's strength in numbers. Todd and Dave join forces in an attempt to move mountains tomorrow on an all-new Gold Rush. The crew faces sour weather and a captain's rage as they search for sunken treasure on an all-new Bering Sea Gold tomorrow.